Hello, my YouTube friend. It's about 6:30. I got the store late again, so I'm still kind of cycling through my sleeping pattern. I'm gonna try to keep upbeat though, and try to get a little bit of work done each day. I was planning on not filming today, but today was a great day. We sold a ton. Tony from Delaware came in and he did a big trade of Beanie Babies, and he still bought a whole ton, so he helped clear out the store a little bit. I thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Let me give you a kind of update of what's going on. So Tony traded in 3 bins of Beanie Babies. They're all clean and in good shape, which I'm happy about, all with tags. They look like they've been in a tub for 20 years. So I gave him $1.50 each in store credit. He got like 300 something in trade. So I'm happy because I'll make money on that, and he's happy because he got rid of 3 bins worth of Beanie Babies that were probably taking up space. We got a couple bags of DVDs that were just donated to the shop, so that was pretty cool. Okay, over here, it looks like we sold a 6-inch, and I gotta get those back up there, fix that. This side, I don't think too many pops sold. I still have to get through the Star Wars stuff. I just don't have enough time in the day when I'm sleeping throughout the whole day. It's also 80 degrees today, so I think I was just sleeping more because of how hot it is. I think my wife actually refilled the anime section because it looked like we had sold a bunch there. In the case, it looks like there's room for about 10 pops there, and then over there we sold a whole bunch of the more expensive ones, so I have some room there, and this shelf has some room, so I could fit probably about 30. So I'm feeling I can clear out this box onto the shelf there. I've worked on the Marvel shelf so far. I condensed there, but we sold a whole bunch here, so there's probably about 20 or 30 Marvel Pops missing, so I can just dig through the boxes and try to empty that out. DC has room for 20 or 30, so I can clear that out. Marvel has more room missing. So basically, I have room for a whole ton of Marvel Pops up top. I guess we sold a whole ton today, which is great. The bottom boxes, I'm going to just start sorting out and try to get this all figured out. And let's see, Disney, we sold a couple Disney. But yeah, mostly looks like we cleared out a lot of Marvel and some DC and a little bit of horror and music. So I'm going to work on that for a little while. Okay, so I organized the anime section. We have all the My Hero here now. We have all the Avatar here. Stranger Things needs to go over here. A little bit tight on Stranger Things, but that's all Stranger Things. That area is still kind of a jumbled mess. And then this is just, look, we have Pokemon and then other random anime right there. So I organized that. And then I moved all the Dragon Ball Z stuff to this shelf. Since a lot of the Marvel was selling, I did have more Marvel for the shelf. So this is all Dragon Ball Z now. And then these Marvel shelves are full. Completely organized again. And I have a little bit of space at the end here if I find a few more. I did move down the Deadpools right there to make a little bit more room for the Dragon Ball. I condensed that shelf. Let's see, Star Wars is done. Everything is full except there's room for DC, but I don't think there's much DC left. So we're doing pretty good. So we emptied out 5 of these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's like 150 potential pops that we sold in the last few days. I might use a little extra space than what actually sold, but that's pretty good. Right, a couple videos ago, or even the last video, I think I was saying I wanted to sell 300 to clear out the floor, so we're halfway there in like a day and a half. So what do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I probably still need to sell about 300 just to clear off the floor. But at the rate we're going the last couple days, I think we'll be able to get there. This is good. Making a lot of progress. So we're already been selling through a lot in the shop, which is great. 150 or so in the last 2 days really means a lot of space is opening up. I did cut back. I haven't planned any buying until I kind of wanted to just catch up. I just wanted the cash to build up a little bit again, and I wanted to get the floor organized onto the wall. So if we go through these boxes and I sell like 200 to 300 in the next 3 days, that would be awesome, because then I'd have room and I can just get another big collection and I'll put on the floor. I don't really like to overstock too much because it gets to the point where people start tripping on things get damaged, and I just get overwhelmed. Right now, it's right at the point where it's very comfortable. We sold enough to kind of clear out some room, and now I feel like it's a lot easier to get through this stuff. Okay, so today is part 2 story time of how I started selling. Last time I told you about doing the garage sales at home. So in, I think when I was about 10 or 11, like 86, 87, around there, my mom and my sister and I used to go to Cape Cod every summer. We would spend a month of August, and it was wonderful. My mom would get a really cheap rent on a house. In return, she would have to watch her friend's little antique store that was there. So I got to learn a lot about, running an antique store, the process of buying and selling. And then one summer, I think it was either the first time or the second time I went there with my mom. Her friend Claire, who we rented the house from and watched her store, she did the local flea market. So she asked me to come along. And she said she would give me like 10% of whatever she sold. I think, she sold probably like $200 or $300. I made $20, $30. In 1987 $20, $30 for a 10-year-old is a lot of money, right? That's like 20 comic books that are brand new, or you could add, 50 cents in the 50-cent bin. That's like 40 comic books. So I was thrilled and I was hooked. I thought it was really fun. So the next summer, I remember I had a Commodore 64 and I had a color printer, and I printed up a bunch of greeting cards, and I thought I was going to sell them for $1 each. So Claire had like a little garage sale at her like rental house with the antique store, and I set up and I sold probably like $20 worth of cards. I was hooked again. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the flea market. I don't think I sold that year at the flea market, but after that, I started planning it out, and I wanted to sell at the flea market. So I think the year after that, my mom took my sister and I, we sat there all day and we sold. I had a ton of fun. And then the next year, so by the time I was probably about 13, so I was 13, my sister was about 8. I think my mom just left us at the flea market by ourselves. I gave my sister 10% of what I would sell, and I was the one that's selling. I probably sold like $150, $200. And for a little kid, 13 years old in the late 80s, that amount of money was a good amount of money. And it was so much fun. I just had a whole blast the whole year. I think about what I would buy like Boston baseball cards, because in New York City, people don't like the Red Sox. So I could buy like Wade Boggs and Roger Clemens really cheap, and I would bring them with me and I would sell them on Cape Cod. It was so much fun. I love doing that. So yeah, that's second experience I got, was just selling every summer for like maybe 5 years straight at the flea market, and I really enjoyed it, and it gave me the love of selling pop culture as much as buying the pop culture. There's always something exciting about buying some stuff, and then when you don't want it, being able to sell it again and get your money back, make a profit, went up in value, or just getting the experience of selling, because it's a better way to build a collection. Because the selling part is harder than the buying part. The buying part's fun, so it's fun to buy a whole bunch of stuff. But sometimes it's good to learn how to sell some stuff, so that, if something goes up in value, you don't want it, you can sell it at a profit. Or if you have some stuff that you bought but you no longer want, you can sell it and clear it out and get something else. And so that's, as a young man, 10 to 13, 14, I learned that was a way to go. All right, tomorrow I'll tell you another story of how I started buying and selling stuff. I'm not sure if anyone really wants me to go through Beanie Babies, but maybe I'll, I have to order plastic sleeves so I can hang them up, because I like to have them in plastic so they don't get dirty in the store. They look in mint condition though, like they haven't been touched in the bins here. So that's really good. I did last year, I did that test of Beanie Babies. I put out, I think I bought 40 or 50 I bought from someone just to see if they would sell, and I've sold all of them. And then I bought them again, sold all of them, bought them again. So I've sold like 150 Beanie Babies. I get $4 a piece. They're sellable. They're not completely worthless. People buy them. The thing with Beanie Babies is they're still cute animals. So some people still want them as a cute, fluffy little bear or dog or something. And other people are nostalgic. Some people that grew up in the 90s or in the 30s now, and they would like to have one that they had from a kid that maybe they didn't have anymore. So they do sell actually really well for me. I don't mind buying them as long as they're clean, in good shape. I don't pay a lot. I gave him $1.50 each in store credit. He traded for Funko Pops. Perfectly fine with that. I'll get like 2.5 times my money on that. That is pretty awesome. It's late, so it's time to close. I'm still, I'm sleeping almost all day now, so I'm hoping within the next few days I cycle through. It'll be nice to be up again during the day, because I want to do some more walk and talks and some explorations, and I want to start trying to do some like street sales or flea markets or garage sales, trying to look for cool stuff and just doing more fun videos other than just being in the shop. I love the shop, but I want to explore a little bit on the channel. I really appreciate all you guys that watch and leave comments and leave a like. You guys rock. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.